Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good welcome.
Good welcome?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
We are back. Inside Aragón is back.
Yeah, here we are.
Because we have some new news.
I'm very excited to be in the same room as another person without having to cover my face.
You can do that. You can recycle your jokes. Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Outrageous. We are communicating with you because the local government have released their Christmas guidelines. And I'm not going to deny it, it's quite exciting. What have you heard, Ben?
I heard that Christmas is cancelled. Santa has been taken outside the chemical toilets and shot in the back of the head, and that the Belen is on fire.
Your Belen's on fire?
We can't use this.
Yes, we can, and we will, and we shall. Okay, so we have the news. Here we go. You ready? From the 15th of December, the good people who are our betters have given us the following release from the current restrictions. So, bars or places where you could consume, it's still not allowed to consume alcohol or food inside a bar. I don't understand that. 100%.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah, no, but it's confusing because it says basically 30% capacity, but it's prohibited to consume.
30% capacity?
Oh, no, I mean at the bar. I'm assuming they probably mean at the bar. So you're not allowed to drink at the bar. You have to have a table.
Yeah.
Okay, but 30% limit on the interior. 100% for terrazas. Yay.
Okay, yeah, weather permitting.
I
mean, we don't care about that because we're Brits. So, like to be outside drinking in the cold.
I mean, that's what you and me normally do anyway.
Yeah.
So exactly. Unfortunately, we've not been allowed to do it because the bars have been closing at 8. Well, they're allowed to close at 10 o'clock, Ben.
Woohoo!
10 o'clock. 6 people maximum for a table.
Small mercies.
Culture. It's an unfortunate heading. Cultural activities are allowed to boost their attendance limit to 50%.
Yes, I understand that the gyms are now allowed people inside.
Well, I was going to say, yes, I've heard that as well. Sports, 30% capacity in gyms, and it's obligatory to wear a mask. And 6 people in directed activities, so you're allowed to have a yoga class of 6 people, for example. The toque de queda, the curfew, remains in place from 11 until 6 in the morning, but they will present an exception, obviously, curfew on, look at this, the 24th and the 31st, 1:30 in the morning until 6.
See, that's so Spanish.
Yeah.
The 24th, because for me, Christmas Eve, whatever, who cares? But here, Christmas Eve is the big thing. I'd rather have a curfew on Christmas Day, on the 25th.
You mean an extension to our curfew?
Yeah.
I mean, less bonds,
yeah,
bonds on
more
your
time
wrists.
to try to walk home having gained 10 kilos of meat, just to kind of roll back.
I'm going to put it this way now, Ben. You ain't going nowhere on Christmas Day.
Sleepovers.
I am going to make sure that the turkey has weighed you down to the sofa. Going to make you watch, I don't know, The Ascent of Man or something.
It's actually quite.
You bring your hard drive and we'll watch Only Fools and Horses until my wife jumps out the window. That's what we'll do.
Plan.
From the 21st of December, sort of regional restrictions in terms of travel. We're allowed to circulate between provinces within Aragón between the 23rd and the 26th of December and the 30th of December and the 2nd of January. No, even more. We're allowed to leave the autonomous region of Aragón between the 23rd and 26th of December and the 30th of December and the 2nd of January, but only to meet with family.
Okay, right. I have a question that you may not be able to answer. You're allowed to leave. How does it affect coming back?
What? Sorry, coming back to Aragón from
Yeah.
different
So
regions.
do you have to? Does it mean that you're allowed to go out and come back within that time frame?
Yeah, within those dates I just mentioned, you were allowed.
So you're not allowed to leave and then come back after that.
No.
Okay.
No, within that time frame. Now, obviously,
thanks for those 3 days of
joy.
Yeah, a lot of people have relatives in the south of Spain. You know, it's going to take you a day to most of a day to drive down there. So
Well,
anyway, there you go.
There you go. This is the period of time in the new normal as we know it, where we have been given back some of those, a little bit of that freedom we once knew and tasted so well. So there you go. That's the regional situation. The national situation is actually really not that much different. Obviously, the regional situation is a variation on the national restrictions. I don't really think there's much to add. There will be no Christmas parades, no cabalgata, which is the Three Kings parade. I, for one, welcome this part of the fascistic overlord's reign.
Yeah, me
because
too.
that's one area of Spanish life. That's probably the worst day of my life in Spain. Cabalgata, it's appalling. I'm not going to miss that. Religious services have been affected in the sense that curfew will not be adjusted for traditional events such as midnight mass, and churches are encouraged to enable people to attend services online. And
encouraged but not obligated. That's the key.
Well, exactly. And then, of course, there is the situation that between the 24th, 25th, and the 30th. Sorry, the 24th, the 25th, the 31st of December, and the 1st of January, the 6 people limit will be opened up to 10 for social gatherings, effectively allowing you to have a couple more spaces at the dinner table.
And that includes children, right?
And that does include children, yes. So you can't eat 2 children, you can only eat 1 child, because obviously you've got to have another.
Well, I'm always full up after 1.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you put them back in the fridge and you leave them for the rest of the holidays,
So, sobras, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. There has been some debate about what is considered family and close friends. It's people who share strong, affectionate bonds. I'm not sure if the Spanish government consider a Tinder date strong and affectionate bonds.
I don't see them policing individual interactions. Do you think that they will have police knocking on the doors of people's homes, people's apartments, to check that you have the right number of people, to check that you are interacting within your social sphere?
If the beds are rocking, don't come a knocking. Is that what you're saying?
Leave the Tinderers alone.
Do you have a license for that fun? Is that where we're going? Show me your peppers. This is a delightful time to be alive. So there you have it, the little slither of freedom we're being given to appreciate and enjoy during Christmas. One more thing just to quickly look at, that is travel planning for those of you Brits who are brave enough to consider the prospect of returning back to Blighty for Christmas. I must say,
it's not there. It's not there.
It's not there. It's sailed off into the Brexit sunset. Yeah. Well, look, we're not a public service broadcaster, and we're not a government voice piece. But I would probably give the following piece of advice: the bulldog advice when it comes to travel to Britain for Christmas is nah.
Be aware. One thing that I do know is that on your return flight, I'm not sure about your outward flight. On your return flight, you are obligated to take a PCR test.
Stick a wire up your nose, yeah.
Which you have to pay for. So you go through this process.
For some bizarre reason, the NHS tests aren't considered valid. So.
Well, no, it's an additional fee. So when you for example, when you book through Ryanair,
Yeah.
And they say, would you like a car? Would you like insurance? Now,
would you
would you
like
like a PCR test?
something up
but
your
it's
sepulum?
not, would you like a PCR test? It's, here's your PCR
Yeah.
test.
Would you like to take your PCR test with our trained staff?
And the minimum, I was investigating this the other day because I was talking to a friend that was thinking about visiting, and the minimum fee is €50. That's the standard PCR test. But they have a lot of, I think there's 5 different types of tests that you can take, and the centres are inside the airport.
There's the one when the pretty nurse holds your hand.
Yeah. You get a kiss on the cheek and a lollipop.
Aren't you a big boy?
A pat on the head, and they push you into the bar where you get a complimentary shot of flu virus.
I was going to say complimentary shot of COVID vaccine. Yeah,
but €50 plus. So just bearing in mind for future travel, family holidays. If you've got 2 children, you're looking at least an extra €100.
Yeah, exactly. It's like do you take an extra bag?
Yeah,
add these hidden costs.
It's an extra bag plus the extra shots.
There have also been some difficulties with late cancellation of flights. This has been a little bit unpredictable this year compared to even the normal standard. But anecdotally, the people we know who have split and head back home haven't had any problems. Mm-hmm. And in fact, actually, there's an awful lot of stuff that is out there on paper, but it is down to self-policing once you return to the bosom of your close affectionate bonds.
Depends what tier you're in.
Yeah, well, it also depends as well. I mean, most of the UK is in Running Man tier, I think they call it these days.
Right, which one's that?
That's the one where you have
tier 3.
Yeah, it's the one where life feels like a 1980s film. But as well, there is obviously the contemplation of people who are going back to the UK and people who are just going back for the holiday, then returning. Returning might turn out to be a bit more of a complication than getting back there. So you know who you are. Good luck.
And remember,
you only have
you
5
only
friends.
have 9 friends.
Oh, 9. Yeah, well, you have 9 close affectionate bonds.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Merry Advent. We're still in Advent. We're going to leave now. We're going to go record another show where we talk about some fun stuff about how to celebrate Christmas in the British way while you're away from Blighty, and compare some Spanish and British Christmas traditions. So join us in the next programme.